Money. Bow them, bow them, bow.
Nope.
It's just beautiful. Sideways. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a bit of a mixture actually, so it's going to be a bit of obstacles on what we've encountered while building, a bit of an update. So I'm going to show you a bit of a clip of our house, not the entire layout but just a little bit of the outside, a bit of the inside, and just some tips that I have for those that are going to build in the Gambia. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, first of all, you can see the side of the house. This is the span of the master bedroom, right from the left all the way to the right hand side. The main gate there, and there's the gate for the garage. Here is the side of the garage where I'll show you a better view of that. Right there on the floor are the red bricks of what they're making for the banto bar. Here on the edges of the bricks are cement where they are protecting the edges of the pillars and the building. We're going to go round to the front door. Okay, so this is the veranda for the front door. You can see again the protection around the window frame there. There you go, there's the steps. Okay, so this is the front of the house. To your right here is the beautiful archway into the front room. You can see here the sockets, how they've installed those. And if you see dangling wires, that's the wiring. There we have the garage, so that's the full view of the garage from the side. I was trying to show the borehole there as well, which is just right tucked in the corner to the right hand side. Hello you, how are you doing? All right, so let me get into it. Okay, so if I'm looking down, I'm just looking at my laptop. I've got all my notes there to help me so that I can keep on track. All right, so having good communication. So this is like so imperative, which obviously it kind of makes sense anyway, because in any kind of relationship, it doesn't matter what it is, you need to have good communication. So I would suggest having meetings constantly, because you could find that you go to your build and you find that there are things there that have been done that wasn't what you felt like you communicated, which has happened a couple of times, but it's not like a total drastic things, and they're all things that have been fixed. Couldn't find the correct word because that's not what I was looking for, but anyway, being all fixed, and you know, because we're very happy with how the house is going. So keep having meetings, speaking to the guys that are building there, speaking to your contractor, making sure that they understand exactly what your vision is, or whatever it is specifically that you want in the house or hotel, whatever it is that you're building. Yes, let me just check. Yeah, so yeah, and any concerns that you do have, make sure that you voice them, and don't feel any way to say if there's anything that you don't like, just say it. Okay, another obstacle is knowing exactly what's in your bill of quantities. So for instance, for this house that we're building, we have a bill of quantities, which is literally a list of all the things that are going to be covered from your original payment. So then you know what other payments that you may need to add on top of that if you change anything, or if you want, say, bigger windows, for instance. Yeah, so just make sure you're quite clear on that, because that would also hinder in your communication with your contractor, and obviously would be a major obstacle to you finishing your home or your hotel, whatever it is that you're building. In this video, I'm just going to reference to home because that's what it's about, the obstacles we've come across, to be fair. So okay, so the other one is so one thing that we really didn't know that we'd need to do for this house is a lighting and socket plan. So when you come to do your home, you're going to have to do this yourself. Obviously you can ask for advice from contractors and other people that are within that trade, and they can help you. But yes, like basically what we did was we had the plan of the house, and we just put in different colors where we wanted the lighting and another color where we wanted the sockets on the plan, so it made it quite clear for them to be able to follow. Yeah, that might be an obstacle for some people. That's another thing, like, you know, obviously an obstacle is if you're like a basic virgin in building, construction, electrics, plumbing, you know, that is going to be quite difficult for you. So I would really advise you to make sure that you know someone and trust someone that you can speak to, so that they can advise you on what is the best options for the type of house that you want. Yeah. Okay. That was another thing, actually, being open-minded and listening to your contractor, especially if they have more experience than what you do. You know, make sure it's someone that you can trust and you know is in for your best interests, and then it will make life a lot easier for you, because there's certain things that you won't know that they will know, and you can't be like so close-minded and be like no, because then at the end of the day you're going to find that your house could have been a certain way, like, I don't know, like the plumbing or the lighting, or like, I don't know, the way that tiles need to be laid, or the way that the ceiling needs to be done, and materials, just, or where to purchase that material, just things that you just will not know, especially coming to a new country. Okay, so a tip which I would give to everyone is, I think it's really good if you can try and have a contractor that has not only worked in and around Africa, but has also worked outside of Africa, because that actually helps with their knowledge and experience in order for them to build you your fabulous house, you know? So, I put another tip. Knowing and understanding that the plumbing is done differently here to London, England. So, you know, that's another thing that you're going to have to be very aware of. Over here, the way in which they build is going to be different to how they build in London or in England, because the way that the houses are built here are mainly with concrete, whereas in London you've got a mixture of obviously concrete with your bricks and wood. So you'll have like, obviously, like your structure of the inside of the house would mainly be wood, and then the outside would be bricks and concrete of that nature. Whereas here, the entire house is usually with concrete or with the wooden blocks or whatever, but yeah, it's just concrete. So for instance, like, it's my first experience coming across a lighting that has to be installed before they finish laying the top of the ceilings. Yeah, so in that case it's very hard to make any changes once they've put the wiring in for any lighting. So you have to make sure that you know exactly where you want it to go, and if you do want to make any changes, you've got to make sure that you state these changes before they finish sealing the ceiling on the inside of the house as well, because, you know, there's still some leeway. But yeah, that is a very important point, because that was very new to me. Also, another thing, you have to be mindful that even though you may communicate something to your builder / contractor, or even the workers on the build, there can be things that can be lost in translation, because there's certain things that we say in London, England, that are not translated in the same way and aren't understood in the same ways. Yes, so make sure you communicate your information to your contractor, because in that way, that's where, you know, that is your main port of call. Then he can then relay the information to the builders. But obviously you can still speak to the builders, you can show them specifics, like, you know, physically show them, like, for instance, today when we went to the build, there's a certain way that I want the tiles to be laid in the bathroom. So I literally physically got the tiles out and showed him exactly how I wanted it to go. So, you know, you can do that, and those kind of things can't be lost in translation, really, because from when someone physically sees something, then they should understand what it is that you're trying to relay to them. Yes. So I think that's it. I can't really think of anything else. If you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Yeah, that's it. hope you enjoyed the video and I hope it was interesting for you. I hope you learned something on it. Please do share it if you liked it, you know, to help anybody else that's currently building or that wants to build here in the Gambia. If there's anything I've missed, again, say it in the comments. I'm quite open for that. So anyway, thank you again. Sorry I'm fidgety, I don't know why. But anyway, thank you guys. See you in my next video. Bye.
Nope.